Our hope is that we meet people, we introduce them to Jesus. Jesus forgives them of their sins and adopts them into his family, and then they want to come hang out with other people who love Jesus and grow together, and that we would be a place that says, yes, amen, we want that. And so when we talk about Jesus comes, bracketed by betrayers and mocking soldiers to set free Barabbas, it's a question of whether you want the kind of salvation Jesus is offering, and whether you want this place to be about that. But this passage says Jesus invites Judases and Roman soldiers, so get ready. What I want you to hear this is no one is beyond the reach of Jesus' grace. That's by picking Judas, who we don't know if he turned, but we're saying he could have. Jesus' grace was sufficient if he would. The soldiers, we don't know that they turned. We do see later in Acts that there are soldiers, and even in the gospel there was a centurion, that there are Roman soldiers who come to Jesus, and they can come. No one is beyond the reach of God's grace. Matthew has repeatedly challenged our idea of who gets into the kingdom. Right? He meets a Gentile woman, a Syrophoenician, and the disciples want her to go away, and Jesus lets her keep going until they're thoroughly annoyed so he can talk about the fact that she needs to be brought in. The Dutch Reformed pastor Abraham Kuyper famously said, "There is not a square inch in the whole domain of our human existence over which Christ, who is sovereign over all, does not cry, 'Mine.'" He's not looking down at humanity and saying, "I'll take Tom, skip Tim, take two Beths." He looks at it and says, "Mine. They're all mine, and I want them all." That's his desire. If they would be willing, he's game. The catechism that we use, you just took a question of it. The first question of our catechism, right, is what is our only hope in life and in death? Lydia can dance the answer back to you. That we are not our own, but belong to God. That's what we're confessing, is he wants it all. He owns it all. He claims all. And that's our hope. Why can you wonder, why can you have hope that you're not a lost cause, that you're not beyond the reach of God's grace? Because he claims it all. He wants it all. So that includes you. There is no one that he doesn't want, doesn't claim. How wide is your mercy? Does it match the width of his?